Hey guys, Vox here, and welcome to my review of Bismuth. This episode, I don't even know where to begin. Well, actually, yeah I do, the beginning. I really enjoyed how this episode began with the title card kind of fading onto the scene, and then as Steven kept going in outside Lion, the bubble of who's working on the episode changed. That was really nice. That was just a really cool feature. And oh my god, the eye catches. We had eye catches in this episode. I'm really hoping there'll be more 22-minute episodes in the future because these eye catches were perfect. And people get mad that I compare Steven Universe to an anime a lot. Okay, it has eye catches. How more anime can you get? This episode was just perfect. From the eye catches to the opening to the music. Oh my god, every track in this episode was on point. I really hope AV and Sorashu release the soundtrack for this episode soon. I know they're really behind. They only uploaded like one song from Mr. Greg. I don't know if that's all they're going to put up. I was kind of hoping they'll put the whole episode for that too. But this is one of the cases where they have to put up every track for this episode because it was just so good. So Lion's teething on a shirt. Steven puts it in the bubble, falls off a branch, and unbubbles Bismuth. Pearl and Garnet state how Bismuth was lost in the battle, and Bismuth strangely reacts. Steven explains that he's Rose's son. Bismuth asks where the rest of the gems are, they show her the battlefield, and it instantly clicks with her. And she's not happy about Homeworld, but she is happy to know that Homeworld's still coming, so that way they can get even. So she takes him to the forgery, where it's revealed Bismuth is indeed a blacksmith. She does make weapons. The gems get weapon upgrades, Pearl's spirit becomes a trident, Garnet's gauntlets gets a boost, and Amethyst gets flare heads attached to her whips. And oh my god, that sparring sequence was amazing! Bismuth wants Steven to join in on the sparring, but he says he has other rituals. Video games, TV, the works. We cut to nighttime, they're all about to go to bed, when Bismuth takes Steven back to the forgery and shows him the breaking point, her ultimate weapon. It shatters gems, and Steven doesn't agree with this, and that's when it's revealed Rose didn't either, and Bismuth tries shattering Steven for disagreeing, saying that Rose was a bad leader. She totally had a Jasper moment where she's calling Steven Rose, refusing to believe that Steven's not Rose, lashing out on him, projecting onto him, taking her anger out on him. And Steven is freaking out, and ultimately, he has to impale Bismuth to save his life, but he tells Bismuth, this time he'll tell them what happened. And she states, if you're really gonna do that, then you're already better than her. And Bismuth is bubbled. And the episode ends right there. Oh my god, so much to talk about. So many things came to light. But first off, one thing I want to address. Bismuth said Rose came from the ground on Earth. She was a court soldier. And that should deconfirm that Pink Diamond isn't Rose, right? I mean, I disagree with that theory too. That should shut down any theory that Rose isn't from Earth. She's just a normal quartz, right? Wrong. We found out in this episode, Rose really did have a habit of lying. She lied about what happened to Bismuth. The gems has said before, Rose kept many secrets. So, it's not out of the realm of logic that Rose lied about where she came from, about who she really is. We also may finally find out what kind of gem Centipedal is. And I would like to thank Twitter user Centipedal Crystal Gem, or Centipedal_CG, for pointing this out to me. They mentioned that they pulled out, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, nephrite out of the cockpit of a ship.
I'll never forget the look on that nephrite's face when you pulled her out of the cockpit.
And if you look up the nephrite gem, it looks similar to Centipedal in both color and sometimes even shape. So just food for thought there. That might be Centipedal's gem after all. And if that wasn't Centipedal specifically, it could have been another crew of nephrites. Another thing we found out, which kind of disappointed me, is there are other Bismuths on Homeworld. I was really hoping Bismuth was going to be especially made by Rose. It's because she didn't look like the other gems, and she has what Steven calls an innie. And yeah, my theory about Steven and Bismuth having some kind of sibling relationship was wrong. I'm sorry. I mean, it was a long shot in the first place, but still. But not that disappointing. But the question still remains, was that Bismuth who pooped Lapis? Her and Peridot were in this episode, and I was really anticipating on Bismuth seeing them, freaking out over the diamond insignias, and lunging after them. But dreams can't all be real. And if there's one thing I actually was disappointed with in this episode, it's the resolution. I didn't want Bismuth to go back in the bubble. And there's no doubt she'll come out eventually, before the end of the series. There's no doubt that she'll come back. But I was hoping that the episode would end with her not being in the burning room. Steven would bring her back to the temple, and they unbubble her, and they have a talk with her, and the episode ends with, it'll be a process, but this isn't the end. Except, nope, she got put in the burning room with the rest of the gems. Sad. But what can you do? Uzo Aduba's performance in this episode as BISMUTH was amazing. I really bought it. And her delivery, her performance, helped with the tension of this episode. I bought every scene. So good. And I'm gonna miss BISMUTH. There was moments in this episode where she felt like she was a part of the team the entire time. This episode was incredible. It's definitely one of my favorites, and the pacing was just right. The pacing was the best it's ever been. We need more 22-minute episodes, and we definitely need more eye catches, let me tell you. And we got another hint that Pearl belonged to a diamond, because in the beginning BISMUTH goes, "Who do you belong to?" And Pearl goes, "Nobody," joking around, insinuating that Pearl did belong to a diamond and that she no longer does. Make of that what you will. Overall, this episode was great. Not exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting some flashbacks, some new gems in those flashbacks. My only real complaint is, why would they introduce all these gems just to get rid of them in the same episode? Centipede came back, gone by the end of the episode. Yep, now she's in her ship, not healed or anything. BISMUTH gets unbubbled. Well, we can't really calm her down and talk things out, so I guess we're just gonna have to bubble her. I just thought they were trying to build up gems to fight Yellow Diamond soon, but I don't think that's even gonna happen by the end of the season. I think Jasper's gonna be the villain of the season finale. I think that's who they're gonna face. I'm not disappointed, I'm not underwhelmed, it just wasn't what I was expecting. But what were you expecting? Comment your thoughts down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. There's definitely so much more I can talk about this episode. I feel like there's tons of things I missed. And I'll try to figure out something special for this episode. All Shrek Vox, signing out.